In a competitive environment, everything and everyone can become commoditized. I was an admission officer at the University of Chicago in their business school. And when there were thousands more applicants than there are seats available, and a sheer majority of them have the qualifications, then how do you select? And it has to be a story that connects who they are, that gives them a chance to rise above their qualifications and their credentials and their competence in a way that shines the lights of their characters, that provides a good fit with those who are doing the decision making, in this case gatekeeping, and I was one of those people. Now, it was competitive admissions, but every day we're competing for people's attention, for their time, for their dollars, for their willingness to work with us, invest in us. The list is endless. When I realized that everything and everyone could risk becoming commodity, what else do you have besides your qualifications? It's your story. Leadership Story Lab is a coaching, training, consulting company where we utilize the classical storytelling techniques to serve modern leaders, to help them become more persuasive, more effective, ultimately through the use of stories.
In business communication, many rely on lots of information or data. And you might have heard that logic makes you think, but emotion makes you act. And so at Leadership Story Lab, we define leadership storytelling to be that strategic sequencing of facts and emotion.
Storytelling in the context of leadership. So I'm not going and throw my name in the hat, my local bar open mic night. It's about persuading people enough that they'll do something.
Airlines run on data. We have tons of data. We have data about how much you paid, where you flew, how often you flew, how far you flew, but every airline can go in and give them a lot of data. So it's about why should they put their travelers on United rather than some other airline. That was really the gap that we looked to Esther to help fill.
I mean, we create 6-second spots, right? So you have to be quick. And in that sense, I think we have gotten to what's gonna move the needle. Where I think we needed help was our own internal storytelling. Our storytelling to our leadership about our annual plans, our storytelling from our sales team to our customers. In those stories, we weren't constrained to the 6 seconds. So it was all about, all right, we got an hour. Let's tell them everything.
It's difficult for people to tell a story about themselves because you have way too much information and it's boring. I've been doing this for 25 years, or I've got this certification, but I think people are really hungry for what Esther talks about quite a bit, which is character.
The kind of stories that I focus on really refined and clarified one's identity. Let's make sure we get really clear on that and make sure we have stories to describe why people love you in the first place, and then go tell that story.
So the beauty of business storytelling is that there is a process. Start with an intriguing beginning, have a riveting middle, and then a satisfying ending. All of our coaching and training is designed with 2 pillars in mind. The first one is it's all hands-on learning. You're actively crafting stories, telling stories, and getting feedback throughout our sessions. The other thing is we want it to be very applicable to your work. So we will work with you to bring in live cases and scenarios, and then through the training and coaching, guide you on how do you now apply the storytelling frameworks to your specific situation. And how do you then strategically sequence your facts and the emotions to help you craft an engaging story for your audience.
I wasn't born a great public speaker or a great storyteller. I'm more interested in finding other people's stories. Clients gain this new confidence through appreciating the stories that they can tell and the potentials that they can inspire.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All of your help. Thank you.
What we saw after working with Esther was customers saying, well, I felt like for the first time in a long time I actually had a conversation with my salesperson, not a presentation.
It's an aha for a lot of our sales managers. One of them came up to me this morning and made the comment that I really have to change the way I think. I've been a technically focused person. It's about making that human connection. And once you start making those connections, you create a relationship, which in turn can lead to success for both sides of the conversation.
Collaboration is critical, and we are so much stronger together than we are as individuals. And storytelling creates that way in which people can work together in a meaningful way.
If you or your team or your organization is struggling with how do I actually connect to my customers or my employees or any other set of stakeholders, she is great at helping a leader understand what's the gap and how to cross that gap.
I don't think there's ever a day that goes by without us trying to persuade people to do something. At the heart of leadership is persuasion, and at the heart of persuasion is storytelling.